Right beneath St. Anthony of Padua Church in South City, St. Louis, right off the highway, there's a food pantry. You might even miss it if you weren't looking for it. It's called St. Anthony's. Yes, it gives out food, plenty of it, but that's not really the point of the food pantry. The place is heavily focused on the people who are pushed aside or looked through in our society. These people are often homeless. At St. Anthony's, they're treated like full-on neighbors and human beings. What makes this place different is that it's not just trying to keep the people fed, it's trying to help people move forward. That means handing out library cards, cell phones, job leads, conversations. They want to solve the problem, not just to keep putting a band-aid on it. The volunteers know the names of the people who come through the door, they joke with them, and they listen to their stories. It might not sound like much, but when you haven't been seen in a while, that kind of interaction with a human can really change everything. Saint Anthony of Padua wasn't just a saint for finding lost things. He was a preacher, a scholar, and most of all, a fierce advocate for the poor. In the 13th century, he was known for giving away everything he had: food, clothing, even his own books to those who had nothing. His mission was simple. If someone was in need, you helped them, and you did it with respect. That legacy made its way to South St. Louis in 1906, when a new church named after him was built to serve a growing German immigrant community. St. Anthony of Padua Church has been here ever since, through the Great Depression, White Flight, and decades of neighborhood change. And now, it's home to one of the busiest food pantries in the city. In St. Louis, food insecurity is a harsh reality. Nearly 20% of the population lives with it, and in some zip codes, that number climbs even higher. Many neighborhoods are food deserts, where the nearest grocery store is miles away. Others face generational poverty, unemployment, and housing instability. For people that are living on the edge, it really just doesn't take much. A job lost, a bill too high, those things can just leave food not to be found on the table. The pantry at St. Anthony's responds to that need, but it doesn't stand alone. Just 2 blocks away is Maryville Gardens, a housing complex that offers low-cost apartments to people that are trying to get back on their feet. Many of its residents rely on St. Anthony's for food. I spoke with the head of Maryville Gardens to ask what's it like working with St. Anthony's and to learn more about how St. Anthony's is an integral part of this community.
Incredibly convenient. They are very generous with us, and they deliver to our building to help the people. So it's amazing. They do a great job.
Do you,
Never worked in a building where someone would actually deliver food. So
do you think that St. Anthony's plays an important role in the community?
absolutely, yes, yes. And not only do they deliver to us, a lot of our people actually go up there to the food pantry to be served as well. So there's definitely a need for food, and they are definitely getting it into the hands of the people.
Each of these people that's receiving food from St. Anthony's has their own reason for coming, their own history, their own hopes. Some are here for just the food, others come for something more.
Hello. St. Anthony means to me providing assistance, care, helping others out that need help.
It means for me a lot of help because I have a little baby and it's quite difficult to bring some veggies and fruits that I want to provide him. And this place helped me a lot. I really admire the people who work volunteer here because they really help people.
The clients of the pantry clearly show an appreciation for the volunteers. St. Anthony's would not be possible without the consistent dedication of so many people across the city. Some volunteers are local high schoolers that simply push carts out to people's cars and unload them. Others are retired people who help to fill ticket orders for carts and make sure people get exactly what they need. Volunteers over time are able to discover their own niche within the pantry. They learn what skills they have will best suit the pantry and what it needs. Bilingual people are able to communicate to the large Spanish-speaking population. People with medical history are able to give quick medical checkups to people that don't have access to a doctor. Some of St. Anthony's volunteers even rely upon the food pantry for assistance, or have in the past, and now they volunteer as a way to give back to the pantry that has helped them. However, the most integral man to the process is Rob Telthorst, who leads the food pantry.
My name is Rob Telhorst, and I'm the director of St. Anthony's Food Pantry.
I asked Rob what the mission of St. Anthony's Food Pantry was.
We are seeking to eliminate hunger on the south side of St. Louis with dignity, compassion, and respect. So every volunteer is trained in those values, and you're right, every volunteer here does a great job extolling those values.
To learn more about what Rob said about the volunteers, I decided to speak to a few. Tony, in particular, had a lot to say.
Hi, I'm Tony. I've been working at St. Anthony's in the food pantry for quite a while now.
While Tony works a variety of jobs at the pantry, most of the time she works at the free table, where St. Anthony's will hand out a variety of items completely for free for people to pair along with their baskets in order to fulfill other essential needs.
It is kind of difficult sometimes because, sometimes we'll just have a few dishes or something and people want the whole set and we're not able to do that. It just depends on how many donations we have. So, trying to impart dignity and still let people choose. I think just letting them make their own choices and shop is a lot, because when you're on food stamps, you can't buy a lot of personal care items and things like that on food stamps. So, just having the choice of picking what you want, I think, does make a difference.
Taking the time to speak with clients, other volunteers, people that work with St. Anthony's, like at Maryville, and Rob about St. Anthony's and what it means to them has helped me to understand why I appreciate it so much as a place. I admire that St. Anthony's is swinging big in their mission, trying to eradicate hunger, not just to minimize it. The emphasis on helping people to become self-sufficient and to move beyond the food pantry is something that creates real long-term change. When volunteers work there, they know that they are helping individual people with their own lives out, and it feels very genuine. Food insecurity can often seem so far removed if you don't experience it yourself. But in St. Louis, it is important for everyone to remember just how many of us experience it. By treating people down on their luck, whether they are food insecure, homeless, unemployed, or whatever other problem they could be facing, with respect, dignity, and compassion, every individual can help do their part, along with St. Anthony's, in ending the problem.
I think it is a sign of hope. Even if you come and, you've already been here once a month and you are coming again because you're still in need, they don't send you empty handed. You still get, an emergency bag or a few sandwiches or something like that. Instead of people just constantly telling you no, there's still a spot of hope here at St. Anthony's.
It means the world to me because this is where I get I get the word of God here.
My favorite part is pantry days, seeing everyone. This is a community. These are our friends, they're our neighbors, and it's just great to say hello to everyone, see smiles on faces. It's really more like a family.